A very pleasant evening to all distinguished panelists and participants. Bharati Vidyapeeth's Institute of Computer Applications and Management BVI CAM in association with Computational Intelligence Society CIS chapter of IEEE Delhi section, Computer Society CS chapter of IEEE Delhi section, Technology and Engineering Management Society TEMS chapter of IEEE Delhi section, System, Man and Cybernetics SMC Society chapter of IEEE Delhi section, Communication Society of IEEE Delhi section, Consultants Network Affinity CNA Group of IEEE Delhi section, Life Member Affinity LMA Group of IEEE Delhi section, Inter-Society Relations IRS Standing Committee of IEEE Delhi section, Industry Relation and Special Interest Group on Humanitarian Technology Site Standing Committee of IEEE Delhi section, Region 10 of IEEE with the Associations of Computer Society of India CSI, Institute of Information Technology Professionals IITP, ISTE Delhi section and IETE Delhi Center as technical collaborators welcomes you all to the IEEE IETE BVI CAM technical lecture series on in-vehicle infotainment, trends and innovation. Adding 5G streaming, mixed reality mapping, vehicle-to-vehicle gaming, and in-vehicle retailing are just a few of the new capabilities being considered as the automotive industry moves towards a future where autonomous vehicles are roaming our freeways. In-vehicle entertainment has evolved dramatically from simple AM radios sophisticated infotainment systems that offer a seamless blend of entertainment, navigation, connectivity, and safety features, significantly enhancing the driving experience. Vehicles are not only becoming increasingly interconnected, but are also adopting rapidly evolving AI technologies into their ecosystems. The dashboard has transformed into a hub of integrated entertainment, navigation, communication, and driver assistant features, and it's only getting smarter by the day. In this session, latest trends and advancements in infotainment, overview of the cutting edge technologies shaping the driving experience in 2025, and all related issues will be discussed. I would first take this opportunity to welcome amongst us our distinguished panelists for the day. We are privileged to have amongst us a galaxy of experts. I would first welcome and request Professor M.N. Huda Sir, Director, Bharati Vidyapeeth's Institute of Computer Applications and Management BVI CAM, and Chairperson IEEE Delhi Section to address the participants with his inspiring words.
Am I audible, Dr. Ritika?
Yes, sir.
So, good evening, one and all. At the outset, let me take this opportunity to welcome my today's valued speaker, Mr. Ashok Marwa, a very, very distinguished engineer at Nagaro, who has accepted our invitation on our request to make us to know about in-vehicle infotainment system, what are recent trends, and where the entire ecosystem is moving. Thank you so much, Mr. Ashok. Dear friends, I also would like to be grateful to all my participants, friends who from different parts of the country and abroad keep on waiting for this webinar and keep on joining. Thank you so much for continuously being with us and encourage with your presence, we get encouraged. Let me tell you that in this technologically changing world, there is nothing constant except change. And that's why I always say, कि इंसान घर बदलता है, लिबास बदलता है, रिश्ते बदलता है, दोस्त बदलता है, फिर भी परेशान क्यों रहता है? क्योंकि हम अपने आप को नहीं बदलते. And with this, I have connected two पंक्तिज of गालिब कि उम्र भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी और मैं आईना साफ करता रहा. So the changes which are coming in this rapidly changing technological ecosystem, if we do not accept those changes, we will be left too behind. We know that the things which were being done a decade ago is no more successful if we do not change and do what the latest trends are forcing us to do. And this particular topic today, in vehicle infotainment system, I always claim that we have three houses. One is our house where we take rest. Second is our office where we spend almost 8 to 10 hours. And then in Metro City, the third house is our vehicle with which we travel, and we travel in Metro City close to anytime between 2 to 4 hours every day. So if this 2 to 4 hours traveling is not made entertaining, is not made as best as possible, then probably we will get very bored. We will get exhausted while going to the office. So our office will become bad. Means our overall the work performance will get hampered. And while coming from the office, if this entertainment is not available in our vehicle, probably our time at home will also get disturbed. So the time while going and the time while coming has to be as better as possible, and for which continuously the in-vehicle infotainment system is being upgraded. And that is where the bottom line is, that many things which keep on happening, and particularly with the help of the Industrial Revolution 5.0, you see now your vehicle is connected with almost everything in and around you, is connected with your home, is connected on the activities happening on the road, is connected with what the cricket match is happening, maybe India and Pakistan cricket match is happening somewhere, is connected with who is doing what and what not you can do. You can do everything in vehicle. That is the kind of the infotainment system. And in last almost 1 decade, there has been a whole lot of change. It is not only the disruptive application which has changed the day-to-day work performance, day-to-day lifestyle, and this in-vehicle infotainment system is also part of that work performance. That if we have better infotainment system in our vehicles, probably we remain 100% fresh, and when we reach office, we produce more, we become more productive, and vice versa. When we are coming back from the office to the home, we remain fresh, so we spend our time at home also in a better way. Because every coming day, the driving experiences have to be mesmerizing, and these are in-vehicle infotainment system is an addition to that. And when Industrial Revolution 5.0 means industrial internet of things, IIoT, when is available with all of us, so my vehicle can well remain connected with everything whom I consider. So this is why today this topic was chosen, and Mr. Ashok Marwa, who has just reminded me that around 20 years ago, around 18, 19 years ago, we met and we had a center of excellence by DCM here. So thank you so much, Mr. Ashok, for reminding us this. And the credit of this reconnect goes to my friend, Mr. Ajay, who keeps on helping me from the back end. No one knows that behind this successful webinar series, who is at the back end. One is, of course, my team led by Dr. Ritika, who is here. And the second is the arranging and connecting me to all good who's who from the industry is the job of Mr. Ajay. And together, these three entities are bringing best possible webinar series for all of you. And all of you may be very happy, and I have informed you again and again that this webinar series, which was started in the backdrop of the COVID in May 2020, since then it is being continued. Because when COVID came, entire world was locked down, people didn't know what to do. And when people didn't know what to do, then we IEEE people sat together and decided that, okay, why can't we start a knowledge sharing and knowledge dissemination session where we can connect people together and keep them engaged for some learning purposes. And with that intention, we started our webinar series in May 2020, and since then we are continuing as evening lecture series. And by now we have a recording of the lectures, close to 150 plus lectures available on our YouTube channel. So those who have not attended many of our webinars, you can go to our YouTube channel and take benefit of that. The second important, when last year, after the passage of almost 3.5, in fact the 4 years, IEEE headquarters was trying to evaluate some of such series which started in the backdrop of the COVID and which is useful and connecting to the people for the purpose of knowledge dissemination. Then we also submitted our proposal, and they adjudicated this series as the world most sustainable and the best possible series, and we got award for that. So the credit of this goes to, of course, my team, and then all speakers, and then all the participants who keep on attending this from far off places. And the beauty is the technology which connects all of us together. So today is one such series for which we all of us are here. Thank you so much. Many other webinars till April we have already notified. So please go to our website, get registered yourself so that you can receive information timely, and then you can mark your calendar to attend it. And I'm sure the kind of the expertise Mr. Ashok is bringing on this particular topic along with him, that will be of immense benefit to all of us. I wish you all the best. God bless you all. Keep learning despite disruptions. इस नोट के साथ कि हमारी ये कोशिश है, इस कोशिश के लिए दो पंक्तियां मैंने लिखी थी कि यही है जुनून मेरा, यही है शौक मेरा, यही है ये वेबिनार क्यों, तो यही है जुनून मेरा, यही है शौक मेरा, चिराग वहां जला दें जहां है अंधेरा। तो जो लेटेस्ट ट्रेंड है, जिस पे रोशनी डालने की जरूरत है, जिस जिस टॉपिक को इनलाइटन करने की जरूरत है, जिस टॉपिक को एक्सप्लोर करने की जरूरत है, उसी टॉपिक पे वेबिनार होगा। आप में से बहुत सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स, इफ यू वांट that on any specific topic we organize it, you are free to give us suggestion in the chat window. You can write that future webinars should be on which all topics. So we will take note of that, and maybe within a span of 3 to 4 months we will come back to you with the webinar on that topic if we find it your suggestion was useful. So thank you so much. Remain connected with all of us, because that is an encouragement to all of us. God bless you all. Over to you, Dr. Ritika.
Thank you, sir. With this, I would now welcome amongst us our expert speaker, Mr. Ashok Marwa, sir, with an e-bouquet. Welcome to the session, sir.
और इस बुके के बारे में मेरी दो
Thank you
पंक्तियां
very
हैं
much.
कि टेक्नोलॉजी ने सब कुछ बदला है, तो हमारा सिर्फ इंटरेक्शन का एक इंटरफेस नहीं बदला, नॉलेज डिसेमिनेशन का इंटरफेस नहीं बदला, बल्कि जो डे टू डे लाइफ में हम बहुत सारी चीजें करते हैं वो भी बदल गया है। आपने देखा होगा पहले लोग बर्थडे ऑकेजन पे, एनिवर्सरी पे बुक कर देते थे ऑनलाइन ये बुके और ये चॉकलेट फलानी जगह डिलीवर करो, और अब हमने उससे आगे बढ़कर ई बुके का कॉन्सेप्ट शुरू किया, ई मेमेंटो का कॉन्सेप्ट शुरू किया, ई कॉन्सेप्ट का कॉन्सेप्ट शुरू किया, ई सर्टिफिकेट देते हैं। इस बुके के बारे में दो पंक्तियां मैंने लिखी थी कि बुके इमटेरियल है, इस बुके के पीछे जो भाव है, इस बुके के पीछे जो हमारी सोच है, इस बुके के पीछे जो हमारा समर्पण है, इस बुके के पीछे जो हमारा इंटेंशन है, वो महसूस किया जाए। और जिसके लिए लिखा था कि दिल बड़ी मुश्किल में है कैसे इजहार करूं, दिल बड़ी मुश्किल में है कैसे इजहार करूं, तू तो खुशबू है कैसे गिरफ्तार करूं। तो ये ऑनलाइन है, खुशबू आप तक पहुंच रही है, आप इस खुशबू के भाव को, खुशबू के त्याग को समझें और इसी तरह खिलते रहे। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बुके विदाउट disturbing any ecosystem we are bringing for all of you. Enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ashok Marwa, sir, is a graduate in E&C engineering with over 4 decades of industry experience. He has worked with renowned companies like Capgemini and DCN Technologies and is currently consulting as a distinguished engineer at Nagaro. Sir's passion for technology, pre-sale solution architecture, and hardware-software co-design has led to the formation of exceptional teams and the release of world-class products and services for the automotive, IoT, industrial automation sectors to OEM and Tier 1 organizations. He has received specialized training and certifications from Sternberg, Paris on automated test equipment for in-circuit and functional hardware board testing. Additionally, he is also trained and certified by the Dolby Systems Incorporation USA, a Thomas Edison company in digital audio transcription systems. Ashok sir innovative streak has resulted in the development of various intellectual properties, including Bluetooth Stack, Wi-Fi MacLair, SyncML, and MirrorLink. With a keen interest in the latest developments and advancements in technology and engineering, he actively shares his insights with different teams to foster growth and innovation. We are honored to have you amongst us, sir, today. And I would now request you to kindly enlighten the House. Over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Professor Huda, Professor Ritika. Special thanks again to Ajay and all the team members who have organized this session, and my special gratitude to the faculty members who have joined this session, uh, and and also I would like to extend my thanks and good evening to all the attendees for sparing time and being part of this session for me is a really exciting moment, and especially after Professor Huda explained about the change, how it is happening and how it is impacting our life, and especially the infotainment system, how it is helping us in this traffic or metro a busy life, and also talked about the lot of great poetry again is really great. I'm really indebted to him to listen to all the warm words, and thank you, madam, again for your warm words towards me. Probably I don't think I'm kind of at that level as you said the warm words, but then thank you very much. Today, uh, today's session probably uh, you know um, is the topic maybe not very new, but then it's very important in the automotive kind of domain, and this session is kind of a sharing of my experience and my work, whatever I have done during my career in working with various organizations, different teams, global teams, and also different customers and the projects I've done. So I would try to share my experiences, how the things are, and what is the view now going forward. As Professor Hoda said, that the change is going on very fast, and same is the case in this case. The infotainment or the automotive is going through changes very fast. We'll try to touch upon that also. And the challenge is that this topic is very wide and vast, but then the time slot allocated is around 50 minutes or 45 minutes, right? So this is a challenge to condense everything here. I will try to do that fast, and this in 50-minute session I've kept small video clips also to help understand how the things are moving on. So let me start sharing my screen. Please let me know when you are able to view this one. I'm
Yes,
sharing
sir.
here. Yeah, I'll share my screen. Okay, share. Okay, this is the screen where
Yes, sir. The
are you
slides
able
are
to?
visible.
Okay, okay. Let me put it in a
Slide.
presentation mode, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today's topic where we are going to touch upon is the in-vehicle infotainment. uh, Trends and innovation. A lot of things are happening in the vehicle technology, going from mechanical things to the software defined vehicle, when everything is now like a mobile phone, upgradable remotely, etc. So a lot of transitioning is happening at a faster pace. And this is also giving us a driving experience. So we're going to touch upon that. So in couple of slides here. So in this session, actually, there's no way it's a teaching or kind of telling or something, because nowadays the information is all available. I've tried to put together a couple of points which I come across from my exposure in the environment. So what I've kept together right now, the objective is at the completion of this session, around 50 minutes or so, the attendees would be at least able to understand the vehicles and the categories, the kind of vehicles we are having, and the in-vehicle infotainment system, its evolution, how we pass through that, and where are we going. and also the key use cases, because I believe that the use cases of the infotainment system uh, actually, they are dependent on the vehicle functionality. See, the use case of IVI will be different for a EV. It will be different for the agricultural vehicle or a truck or whatever. So use cases of the IVI, so IVI goes hand in hand with the vehicle's functionality. So this is how we will see what are the key use cases where the IVI is also supporting. So IVI has to support the big vehicle use cases. And then the IVI trends we were in 1980s or 50s, and then where are we now, and then where are we going on. We'll touch upon some architecture also, the implementation, not very deep, but then something like if we have a infotainment system, how does it look like if you go inside a box, which is kind of called a infotainment system. We will touch upon that architecture briefly. And moving on, the innovation beyond 2024. Today we have some kind of IVI features. I'll be kind of using this word IVI or in-vehicle infotainment. So please bear with me. And innovation going on from 2024, looking at what does it look like, in terms of IVI. So we will be focusing on the IVI, but time to time we will be also talking about the vehicle so that we understand how the IVI is related to the vehicle. So I don't know about the audiences, etc. So it was difficult for me to decide to what basic I should go, but I'll touch upon the basics and then go try to cover it. So like here, the vehicle categories, probably this is too primitive thing, but then the vehicle is a machine which has wheels and engine and different kind of purposes it has. So typically they are categorized. When we say passenger vehicle, we mean cars, motorcycles. Even some people don't call two-wheelers or bicycle as a vehicle, but then when we talk about the standards of the IVI, etc., or vehicle standard. So we can say the passenger vehicles are typically cars, motorcycles, bicycles, and trains. Agriculture vehicles are also there. They are totally different from from the design perspective and the usage perspective. So the combined harvesters and tractors, etc., they come in that category. Off-highway vehicles like trucks and lorries, their purpose is again transporting, etc. But then their design and the IVI again has a different functionality. So construction vehicles, cranes, excavators, bulldozers, and military vehicles, they are armored. So if you look at all our vehicles, but then they have very different functionality and accordingly very different IVI. So we'll try to touch upon that. Another category of the vehicle, we see that based on their propulsion, they get a propulsion. The engine is the internal combustion, like conventional diesel, gasoline, etc., which produces the mechanical energy. And now there are electrical vehicles, meaning that the batteries are used to propel the vehicles. And then there are hybrid, a mix of that, right? So they're a mix of two. They can run on the diesel, gasoline, and also on this one electrical. They can switched by the user. And the human powered is again kind of I'm saying paddled vehicle, but then that's not our thing. So depending on the propulsion, we have ICE or ICE, EVs, and the hybrid. So typical vehicles look like this. So I'll quickly move to the next. Now let's say in-vehicle infotainment. So in-vehicle means that there's something which is sitting inside the vehicle and then trying to give me the infotainment. Infotainment is a mixture of information and the entertainment, right? So if you look at a typical, this is not actual picture. So a typical in-vehicle infotainment system is a box, or you can say is a system which is integrated closely with the vehicle, and its purpose is to provide us the information, entertainment with the music, audio, video, etc. And then it has a connectivity, meaning connectivity to the backend, connectivity to driver, of course it is, connectivity with the engine, connectivity with the passengers, and so on. So this is basically it provides me the communication, navigation, and other internet related features. So this is a box which helps me doing all that. On one side is the vehicle, other side is the connectivity. So and this is, you can say, human machine interface. So now knowing that IVI is a kind of an integrated box in the vehicle. Now let's see how does it look like. How did it look like in pre 1990s? You would recognize that this is a small, cassette AM cassette radio. In 19s, we saw that cassette radio along with the GPS navigators, very dedicated GPS navigator, no connectivity, very limited user usage. Then the new system, they came with the CDs, they came with the Bluetooth connectivity and USB based audio media, etc. And the third party like TomTom and Garmin's, they are very small boxes, sitting next to my conventional the IVI box, and like this, and then giving me the navigation also. They were so old that people used to have, they used to have very small the fixed maps. For example, if I had to go to Canada in a particular area, I'll have to download the map and then put it through USB or take it to the dealer to download the map when I go. And then it's limited for that only. But then if I had to go to some other place again, I had to download that since they didn't have much connectivity. So I'll buy when I mean, let's say in Europe, I'll buy something Garmin which is of that area and so on. So next in 2010s, a soft touch control and the touch screen was added on top of that with the LCD, etc. They were there, right? And then in 2020s, you see now that now they have wireless charging and 5G connectivity were introduced for the user experience. There's a high connectivity to the backend. Apple CarPlay and I'm using these two terms uh, was introduced. So let me just tell you one thing. I mean, you'll realize that our mobile phones are much faster, adapting to the new technology. You will see every 6 months or even less than that now, phone comes with the new features, etc. But if you look at the same thing in the car, or my vehicle, they take long time to adapt to that. So it was very difficult to catch up the things which I'm using on my phone. But when I go to my car, I see a very old system not giving me good application access, content access, media, etc. So these are the two technologies, by Apple, CarPlay and the Android Auto, which was helping me to, as soon as I go into my car, my mobile phone screen will be projected onto the big screen of my vehicle. So I don't have to upgrade my vehicle so far, because people also don't upgrade the vehicle like nowadays we do for phones. So these two technologies came out, and prior to that, there were some mirror links and Miracast and those kind of technologies which helped us to project our the phone screen to the bigger screen of that. So even if my car is old, but still I can see that. So this is the kind of evolution, Then now there is a 3D spatial audio and more audio effect system. So I think, how are you doing on time? Probably, ma'am, Ritika?
Sir, we have 30 to 40 minutes.
Still, huh? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so I'll try to catch up. Yeah. This is the screen, in 2025 plus, we see passengers vehicle screens will look like this. This all concept cars in several exhibitions we see. So our car dashboards are going to be like this. See from where we have come into this small video. So evolution. This I'll skip because I just a duplicate of that. Now key use cases. So now let's see the IVI feature support vehicles use cases. As I said that my IVI will be different if I'm using a EV. It'll be different if I'm using an agriculture vehicle. It'll be different if I use construction or the military equipment, right? So the typical use cases of my vehicles are like they're again industry specific and the vehicle specific. But if you name a couple of them, let's say. Uh, Integration with the small offices now, IoT, etc. Because of connectivity, that's possible. So there are location-based services available, emergency roadside, and the roadside services are available. Infotainment, of course, is we've seen the evolution, and parking assistance, e-call, driver monitoring, fleet management, remote assistance, and the remote vehicle monitoring and the maintenance and dealer system, very pay as you do as you drive for the insurance, etc. So all these applications, are the drivers for my for my connected car IVI. So these are so as I said, depending on the use cases, my IVI will also has to support these, because the screen which I need for, let's say, only for the audio video, uh, probably, or the application which is running there, you know. Is not sufficient if I to see the parking. I need to see the video stream, etc. So depending on the application, my depending on the application or the use case of the vehicle, my IVI changes. So this is a message. Now, if you see the trend in this vehicle, connectivity is where we saw a lot of changes in the vehicle, right? So connectivity meaning that over the air updates. As I said that the vehicles are they probably, you can say, are moving from the mechanical systems to more of electronic system. Previously, they were all mechanicals, even the engine control, or all by wire, etc. Wheels, of course, they remain till the time we come to a technology where the wheels are not no more required. So basically, from total mechanical to now electrical vehicle, where uh, it evolved from you can say total mechanical to electronic, small electronic control for different functionalities. Let's say this one small electronic box for engine, for ignition, for parking, for lighting, for body, for powertrain, and so on. Similarly, after that, there were different architectural changes, and the new evolution of the architecture helped us to go to the electrical vehicle, where a lot of mechanicals have been reduced now to two or three ECUs now in the vehicle, especially for the battery and the traction and the propulsion, etc. So the whole architecture is basically changing, and the connectivity, of course, previously used to have only connectivity with the GPS or something, but now we have with the Bluetooth, with the Wi-Fi, with the 2G, 3G, 4G, and also, of course, with the vehicle. So once we have the connectivity in the back end, the vehicle, as it's as it goes for new applications, as in the mobile, we download. There's a Apple Store, or a Google Play, where you can download the application and upgrade your mobile phone. Similarly, there are of course pre-certified applications can be downloaded to the vehicles. Of course, there's a security challenges. So predictive maintenance is another thing that now, as we see that a lot of sensors have been mounted into the vehicles to capture the behavior of the different subsystems working, so that we can predict on the remaining life of the particular thing, and accordingly plan a repair, plan a maintenance, and then and suggest to the driver for the preventive maintenance things. And vehicle to everything. As I said, the connectivity. When we say vehicle to everything, meaning that the vehicle is connecting to another vehicle. The vehicle is connecting to my roadside different infrastructure. Vehicle is connecting to kind of pedestrians and passengers and everything, and back end. So a lot of connectivity to the back office for this thing, and also to within the premises or of the vehicle where it is going. Mobile phone connectivity, of course, as I said, you can connect your mobile phone with the thing. So a lot of connectivity things are happening, and application on top of that are also evolving. Preventive maintenance we just talked about. So there are different systems, subsystems in the vehicle, and they all are collected. Data is collected. AI-driven algos are running at the cloud, which are basically deciding the events and the alarms, etc., and then giving the alarms on to the user's vehicle, users, to the driver, to the email, to the user, or the text, or in more different forms. So this is the kind of preventive maintenance, with using different technologies and the different sensors in the vehicle is important and is coming up. Now, another thing, as I said, the driver, driver sitting inside the vehicle, previously used to, when he's driving, he's only believing on his perceptions and trainings, and and checking the environment and all that. But now, as we are moving into the more and more into the technology, A lot of electronic systems are helping us to do the kind of use cases to help the driver and also to monitor the driver in terms of his behavior, driving patterns, etc. Couple of things like collision prevention and the safety are the things which are implemented, which are helping the driver to have a safe experience. AI is a new thing coming up in the enhanced driving experience. So AI powered driver monitoring system. So whether the driver is properly driving, suddenly braking, etc. So those are things coming up. Why I'm touching upon all that is that because accordingly my IVI has to support all these things, right? So again, the AI driven autopilot system. I'll show you a couple of the things, videos to see how the driver is being uh, assisted by the new technologies. After seeing the box and the IVI and its major functionality in the vehicle to be a human machine interface and giving a lot of features, let's see how the in-vehicle infotainment systems look like and how they moved. So if you see, as I said in the previous use cases, so fully autonomous vehicles, which are self-driven, they are driverless and all. So passengers can watch movies, stream content, and play games using AR VR headsets. So meaning that so there are the augmented reality and virtual reality, because as the Professor Hoda also mentioned that while driving we need to constructively use our time. So at that time, if I'm busy, let's say checking the mails, etc., or when I'm traveling, I should be able to check the mails, respond the mail while I'm driving. It should be, done without any distractions, etc. So I can attend my virtual meetings, etc. So this is the thing which is required and handled by the infotainment. So AI powered voice assistants. So if you see that there are voice assistants nowadays, co-pilot, etc. In our Windows and other systems. So similar things are also coming up in the vehicles, wherein the driver can talk to a co-pilot or a AR VR kind of assistant for any help, and of course the infotainment. So again, we are seeing that even governments are also pushing the electric vehicle from the conventional vehicles. So seamless integration with the EV system. So our EV system should be you know it should be such that our IVI handles the requirement of a EV electric vehicle systems. For example, so my IVI should suggest be the most efficient charging station, because in the EV the charging station location, etc., and the route suggestion based on the battery status and the traffic, etc., so energy consumption. So user get a lot of intelligence, AI based intelligence to the driver for the especially the EV electric vehicles. So then charging updates and charging battery status, etc., all are done in an energy efficient manner. And another thing is like e-commerce and the digital payments. So when we have the vehicle which is highly connected, so our another application comes in, and is that contactless fuel and the toll payments. So as you see now, even in India, all the highways, etc., you don't have to stop and all that, but then infotainment system automatically pays for the fuel, parking, tolls, etc. So those kind of e-commerce facilities are also coming into the IVIs, right? Subscription based services. So drive-through AI, drive-through approaches for the restaurants and all that. So essentially all the payments, etc., are done seamlessly with the IVIs. Yeah, this is another eco-friendly, and efficient infotainment system. This is another trend which is coming out. So eco-friendly meaning that my displays which I have, OLED or micro LED screens, they reduce power consumption. I have to make sure that I don't eat up too much of a battery, and then while I'm using a high quality displays. So adaptive brightness features are also coming up in that. Solar powered is another thing. You'll see the vehicles, which are solar powered. The battery EV, especially in the case of EVs, the solar charging and solar powered vehicles are there. So integrating the solar panels into the infotainment system is another thing. And self-sustaining another system. Another the use case you can say is predictive maintenance, as I talked about with the driver alerts and all that. Probably we touched upon that. And personalized user experience is another thing. The when I said that the connectivity of a mobile phone with the vehicle when I go inside the vehicle, it basically provides me to have my uh, you know uh, you can say companion app sitting on my vehicle. Let's say if I'm driving a Toyota and my all the vehicle temperature setting, music, etc., are all done by the application in my phone. If let's say I rent a car, which happens to be a Toyota, I need not to once again set that. As soon as I get in, my mobile phone connects, and then I adjust all sorts of things. And the gating, etc., all done. So we can have a quick video here. Let me see if I can play the video. Okay. Okay, where is the video I had? Let me Yeah, please let me know when you're able to see this. I'll play a quick video and also let me know if you can hear the audio.
Yes,
Today,
sir.
we'll talk about top 10 usage of AI in the automotive industry. Automotive innovation is utilizing new technologies and
You're
ideas
able to
to
hear
advance
audio also?
automobiles' design,
Yes, sir.
performance, and
Thank you.
efficiency. Over the past few decades, the automotive industry has witnessed a remarkable transformation, with the recent technology trends disrupting how the value is delivered to the customers. The automotive industry is rapidly changing, with innovations and technology set to revolutionize how we get around. From electric cars to driverless vehicles, coming future promises exciting advances in the automotive sector. As the industry embraces innovation and sustainability, here are the top 10 trends shaping the automotive industry trends and innovations. 1. Artificial intelligence. The automotive industry has seen a surge in artificial intelligence, AI, technologies such as machine learning, deep learning, and computer vision. These are used to guide self-driving cars, manage fleets, and assist drivers for improved safety. AI also plays a role in improving services such as vehicle inspections
I'm,
or
I'm
insurance,
skipping
efficient,
something
cost-effective, and
because of the
optimizing supply
touch of the
chains
one.
and drivers and passengers interact with their vehicles and service providers. 4. Internet of Things. Internet of Things, IoT, technology allows vehicles to be connected to the internet and exchange data with other devices, enabling a range of features such as remote vehicle monitoring, predictive maintenance, and real-time traffic updates. This trend is being driven by the increasing demand for connected and convenient vehicles, as well as the growing awareness among car manufacturers of the benefits of IoT technology in terms of improving vehicle performance and enhancing the overall driving experience.
So I'm stopping it in between. I'll share the link and then we'll be able to see the full video. We don't. This is a 7 minutes video, so I think it's touching upon what mostly the use cases we have seen. So I have once again shared the screen. You're able to see my screen now.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, slide number 20. Yeah, so now let's see, looking at the box, its different capabilities, trends, and like AI and other kind of features required in the vehicle, modern vehicle. So let's go inside that box. How does it look like? If I had to make that or see that, how things are implemented. So I quickly touch upon that. Maybe a bit technical, but then we will see. So display trends, like it is a very high resolution. Previously, there used to be a very small display with LCD with 7 segment or a little bit of you can say virtual or kind of in animation LED running around here and there with different colors. Now it is at multi-layered 3D displays. So this is the innovation happened in the trends in the graphicals. See, and then you see the from artistic creation to the electronic products. So this is the thing that the graphics designer designing and then converting them to a real kind of real world experience. So there are like there's a hardware involved in that, and then there's the graphical drivers, the softwares, and the other components which are running into that, and then the graphical tool chain helping us to design the graphics with the on the high resolution display. So they basically form an ecosystem for the IVI. Now see inside the IVI. Let me first touch upon the different functions. You previously there used to be a cluster. Cluster meaning there are two in the conventional cars. Even now also some of the car models, old ones, you will see there are 2 meters and needles running around here and there. They're telling you the speed or the fuel or sometimes the temperature, and there are some tellits for showing some errors. So that's called a cluster, right? Now the cluster is purpose is only an instrument. It says it's also called an instrument cluster, which is telling you the parameters of the vehicle, maybe speed or whatever. And then comes the you can say the another thing which is IV. You can say in vehicle infotainment box, which is giving me the so some kind of music and some kind of graphical touch and other features in that one. And then comes the high resolution and high definition and highly connected infotainment system. So there are different things, and nowadays all three are getting into one screen or multiple screens. Our IVIs are having two or multiple screens, right? And then one for the cluster, another for that. But then the combined functionality is the buzzword now. There are some head-up displays also, so on the top of the passenger. The passengers also have a different, the displays for the uh, internet usage or running games or running music, etc. So this is how it is coming out. So inside, if you see, there are in the bottom there's a base board which we just saw, and on top of that, there are different processor or processor cores, and then this is the hardware which is, and there's a virtualization happening on top of that, which takes you to install multiple operating systems. For example, the QNX, which is a real-time operating system, this is used, or a particular a core is implementing the cluster functions, right? And then there is another processor, which is basically for the ADAS, advanced driver assistant system, where it has to do a lot of processing, video processing, etc. And then there's infotainment, where playing music, etc. Then Android is running. Then there are connectivity things where embedded Linux is running. So it is inside. It's not a simple computer or a simple embedded system. It's a very sophisticated hardware with multiple operating systems running. And why it is so? Because of the connected vehicles. You see, as the vehicles are getting connected more and more, be 5G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, etc., Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc., and on the vehicle side, so it is getting vulnerable to the security threats. So any data which is anything which is connected, is is liable to get hacked, and kind of malware and all those things can impact it. So to have that separately, to keep them separate, there are totally separate processes. You can say they are virtually they are different machines, and any communication between them is all done on a very secured channel. For example, if there are some information which is coming from the crowd has to go to, let's say, media, right? It has to go to this portion where it has to play the media on Android. So the handling of these two happens on a not even on a USB or something where people can tap. Even the boards are such designed, which are, let's say, 12 layer boards, and the intercommunication or inter processor communication is not happening on the top or the bottom layer, where even the hackers can go and tap and what's happening, but they are in the inner layer, so you can't see. And the core is a BGA. So I mean, all sorts of security things which are challenges because of high connectivity. The board designs, etc., are all taken care of. So this is very quick, so we're not going deeper down into that. So these are the chips, and some of these chipset, and no advertisement, nothing. I'm not specific or biased for anything, but typically we see NVIDIA for the processors, for the GPUs, etc. For that, and then ARM, Renesas, Qualcomm are the people, are the SoC suppliers which we see in our IVIs. So with this one, actually, we see that we've seen different type of vehicles, their overall use cases, how the IVI is impacted to implement those GUI or the driver information for those use cases, and then you're also seeing inside the box. It's not a simple box. Then a lot of things are happening, and the applications are, since it's connected, so applications are downloaded from the remote. Data is captured within the vehicle from IoT sensors, etc. So all those things, vehicle data, all those things are also passed uh, at the embedded level, at the vehicle IVI level. The AI algorithms are running to generate some alarms or some events. And B is that the raw data is also sent to the cloud, where it is further run through the AI algorithms, and alerts and the other predictive maintenance and also sorts of and point of interest and the payment, etc. All those things are accessed. So seeing that ecosystem, let's see IVI from IVI perspective, the innovation and support, how it supports the future of the driving. Now see the future of the driving. Again, we just talked about the driver assistance system. Let me take my laser pen. Okay, so advanced driver system you just seen, right? So which is bridging the gap between the human driven and the autonomy. Um, and with the AI powered co-pilots, meaning that you can see in the screen also here, the driver is trying to communicate with the co-pilot or assistant here, right? Of course, it needs a connectivity, and real-time road intelligence also is all that, and augmented reality. So when I'm traveling, I would have all these things, available to me at hand, right? So how close we are with the fully autonomous vehicles? So just to touch upon that, autonomous vehicles, have different levels from no automation to the full automation, from level 1 to the 5. We are not yet full automation at a full automation because of the security and other reasons. But then the ADAS market has grown, from 2022 to from 30 billion to approximately 66 billion by 2030 as projected by them. So let's see how the future driving looks like. We have a quick video again here. Let me try to bring in another video, which is this slide number T7, probably this one.
Good morning, Ashley. Navigating to the office.
AI tools like multimodal large language models are revolutionizing the automotive industry. NVIDIA's foundation models, combined with automotive knowledge base and sensor data, create an LLM that's fine-tuned for automotive use cases. Using retrieval augmented generation, the AI assistant deployed in the car is able to perceive, reason, and assist in day-to-day driving scenarios.
Be careful. There's a toy car behind the vehicle.
AI-enhanced surround visualization gives us an unobstructed view of the environment, helping us make safer driving decisions. The assistant is also your trusted advisor, able to access the knowledge base to give you real-time assistance and recommendations in multiple languages.
¿Es posible dar vuelta a la derecha en un semáforo mientras está en rojo?
Sí, en California se puede girar a la derecha en rojo a menos que haya una señal que diga lo contrario.
Perfecto, gracias.
Its ability to read and reason through text also gives the car enhanced situational understanding.
I see you have personal belongings in the back seat. Don't forget to take that with you. We are about to go over our preset $10 limit for the fast track today. Do you want to continue?
Yes.
The AI-enhanced personalization even lets you experience your entertainment at the highest quality.
So this was a quick video on how the AI is helping the driver for having a connected services and making the driver, like in this case you've seen that he has set the $10 of a toll limit, and and that when he approaches the toll, and he's guided, okay, it's okay and all that, and other things are also helping the virtual reality kind of a situation. Let me put it into the yeah. We've just seen, and Professor Huda also explained it very nicely. So that I need to work from the vehicle because of the metro travels and all that. I also travel every day, 2 and 2 plus hours one side here from Noida. I stay in Noida, if you know that place, to Gurgaon, and then it's very, I would say, criminally killing the time driving and then not doing anything. So if I see that I can see my answer, I can see myself answering the emails while driving and asking the AI to write emails, asking to summarize me the answers, and all of this is done using security in mind. That uh, as I discussed, couple of challenges, security challenges. I don't want to have AI strong, storing all my data into the server also, and I prefer the processing is done in the vehicle, not on the cloud, because of the security reasons. And also, on the long drive, I need to plan, the travel and the things. So it's all sort of things AI can help me doing that. The challenges, of course, we touched upon a few of them. Standardization is another. Yeah, this is one. So different automakers use different ADAS systems, but then IVI is again implementing all those things, but then leading to driver confusion because not the things are very much standardized. Like in case of a vehicle architecture or the vehicle design, etc., the communication protocols, etc., running within the vehicle, they're all having the standards. But then when it comes to to the ADAS, etc., we still lack the standardizations. Cybersecurity risk, as I said, connected vehicles have this challenge. Cost barrier, of course, the things are costly now. Reliability again, and over reliance on the automation. See, today we think that with the ADAS and with all that, we can rely on whatever is given to us. But then we are sometimes not. We are not to a stage where we the things can be adopted easily because of life risks or some risks and all that. So let me pick up my pen again. Yeah, so going further into the IVI, see, autonomous vehicles must be able to signal intent to all the road users under all conditions. This is the basic requirement. That there's an autonomous vehicle, and then it has to communicate with the passenger coming in. It has to communicate with roadside things and all that, and any challenge it's facing in terms of breakdown or things. So it has to communicate. So how does it communicate? Is nowadays they have the screens, the wind screens or the side screens. They are made intelligent holographic displays. So technologies are coming up wherein the side, like this passenger is watching the video or something on the side, and also it's a touch and gesture controlled. And similarly, the passenger, for example, the autonomous cars just comes by and stops near, and then it'll say, okay, it'll display the passenger information. Okay, you are this, and then like we get OTP, etc. So those kind of displays are things are displayed on the side. And also vehicle to pedestrian communication, as I said, pedestrian needs to know, or it has to see if there is a pedestrian and all that. And if there is a advertisement, that is to be displayed on a side screen or wherever. So all sort of things are coming up. So next generation things are the transparent window displays. So very smart display. I'll just touch upon a couple of things how it is done. Yeah, it's an augmented reality. Holographic wind screens and the side glasses are coming up. Like you can see here, on the side glass there is a information. What happens is that there is a smart glass on the side and the thing, and there is a small kind of projector. There's a projection, and by applying a small voltage or some different things. So what happens is that this one the screen becomes the transparent or good for projections. So with all this innovation, the see this one here, the vehicle has that for the driver not to get distracted by operating the users, etc., or the knobs, etc., on the IVI. He has the things and controls and the touches and gestures on the windscreen, and the integrated IVI, I just said, and dedicated IVI. In this case, we are saying that the this particular IVI is especially for the EVs, meaning that stop charging. It is telling me, guiding me on the charge content and so on. So layer management and the GPU virtualization, web graphics rendering, stereoscopic 3D, and the particle effects are the couple of things where we are having innovation. So in conclusion, in-vehicle infotainment systems are evolving rapidly with connectivity, artificial intelligence, and personalization leading to change. Change, as Professor said, change is really getting very fast, and if we don't adapt to the change, it's kind of a suicidal, I would say. Not to use this word so strongly, but then if you don't change and adapt to the changes, it's very soon you will find that we are lagging behind the boat. The future of the IVI system will bring new era of intelligent IVI, very connected experiences and all that. Key takeaways in this is that IVI systems have evolved from basic entertainment to AI-driven small assistants, smart assistants. We have just seen it's talking, and assistant is talking to the driver and helping us in all the ways. And AI enhances safety, personalization, and the predictive analytics of the vehicle. And then future IVI system will be more interactive, immersive, and the autonomous. So with that one, my this session, whatever I planned is concluded, and I would like to extend my thanks and thanks for being in this session. And over to Dr. Ritika.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the insightful session. I'm sure it has enlightened the participants about, I would say, the capabilities and the immense amount of services that can be offered by this in-vehicle infotainment applications. There are some questions by the participants, sir, which I would like to now take up with your permission.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
I will see if I can answer. Otherwise, we will have to, explore and see.
Sure.
Things are changing very
Yes,
fast.
sir.
So, okay, sure.
So the
Let's
first
try.
question we have is, India suffers from inconsistent network coverage due to vast geography. So how do IVI system ensure performance in this kind of a scenario?
Yes, I think it's an excellent question because on one side we are talking about software-defined vehicles, vehicle capabilities, etc., or like upgradable like the mobile phone we have, and also the predictive maintenance, ADAS, real-time cloud-based processing, right? But in the absence of the real network quality of the servers available, they all will be very difficult to implement. And that's a real challenge. But what we are doing, I mean, what people in our industry they are doing is taking a midway, very critical things, very critical things, meaning that like prevention of a collision or those kind of ADAS applications, they are handled by the intelligence or the LLM models or the AIs within the vehicle, right? And those things which are like which can wait, maybe the uploading of the a new application or a new firmware in the IVI or any other component in the vehicle, or getting the data from the vehicle to the cloud for predictive maintenance, etc. They can wait. We don't need that thing. So, but the flip side is that when we start running all that thing into the vehicle locally, kind of reducing the dependency on the communication and other thing, the challenge comes in the cost and the hardware and the software and the memory, etc., the resources, the GPU, the requirement in the vehicle, making the vehicle costly and so on. So yes, I mean it's a challenge, but people are taking midway, especially for the autonomous vehicles where we can't rely on the real-time communication to take a decision like critical decision like collision detection, passenger on the road or something. So we rely on the local processing. So it's a midway, yeah.
Yes, sir.
But it's a big challenge. Yes, I agree.
Absolutely, sir. Sir, next question we have, how do in-vehicle systems overcome the potential risk of a cyber attack?
Yeah. Yeah, so again, very, very good question. As I touched upon, the challenges we face are the security, because as we go more and more connected, like previously we used to have only the radio, which is only getting AM, FM, or maybe GPS things, and I'm happy that nobody can attack my vehicle to stop functioning any of the functionalities of braking or anything. But as I go more and more connected, so these kind of challenges come in, the security threats, etc. So how do I handle that? Actually, it is handled at many level. I would say all the level. If you see the ecosystem, we have the embedded system, which is sitting inside the vehicle, be a IVI or any other similar ECUs, which is electronic control units. We have ECUs for different functionalities in the car. These are the small electronic boxes. So there can be attack on them straight. Because we have a phone connected to the over the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to the IVI system, right? So there is a channel to attack that. Second, to fill some malware or sabotage the functionality of the vehicle. Second thing is the I'm just identifying the resources first, and then we'll see what best or how it is handled. So second is the connectivity. So anything which is being communicated is safe and secure, right? And third thing is the security at the cloud level or the backend level. I have the my vehicle which is connected to the cloud, and the data is coming on both the sides, but then at the cloud my data is secured or not. So three different security levels are being handled. Let's take first the embedded one. In the embedded, the hardware, there is a chip level. See, at the SoC level, no trust zones are implemented into the hardware or at the processor level. So anything which is communicated in or out goes through that. It is encrypted, like similar encryption like we have in our AES 128 algos and other things which we use in our high-end communication devices. Those are implemented at the chip level. Then there are at every level when you implement. When you, let's say you run the operating system, the firmware is loaded. Again, its security is checked. And then similarly for the going up and up in the different layers and applications, at every stage there is a security check. And when it communicates, again there's a security check, and there are multiple ways to check the communication security and the cloud security. Yes, it's a challenge, but then there are mechanisms also to handle that.
Absolutely, sir. Very rightly said it that I would say in vehicle infotainment will come with its set of challenges, but if there are challenges, we'll always be on the lookout for solutions for the same.
Right.
So,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this wonderful session today. The beautifully you have explained in vehicle infotainment, their upcoming capabilities, and the, I would say, transformation these technology would bring to the industry. We will not end the session before we thank you, sir. Huda sir had to leave for a meeting. Otherwise, he would have done these honors. Please accept this certificate as a small token of remembrance from BVI CAM for this wonderful session today.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. It's really it means to me, and really has a big value to me to see this. Thank you very much.
And so we also have a small memento as a small token of remembrance for this wonderful session that we have had today. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for this wonderful session today.
My pleasure. Really, I really enjoy interacting with the especially the academia and professors, my teachers, etc. I feel really honored to be part of them. So this is my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We hope to have such wonderful sessions again from you in the future. Thank you
Sure.
so much.
We'll plan. Thank you very much. Thank you
Thank you, sir.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks to all the attendees and for your time and all that. Thank you.
So, dear participants, with this, we have come to an end to this wonderful session by Ashok sir today. I hope this session has enlightened you about in-vehicle infotainment and I would say the hidden power this technology owes. And I think in the near future, India is bracing itself up to witness this upcoming transformation in vehicular communication. So let us all be prepared for it and start working towards it. Feedback form link for this session has already been shared with the participants in the chat window. Almost 50 certificates have already been successfully generated. So I hope my participants are already submitting the feedback form. Thank you once again, Ashok sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful session.
Can I drop now,
Yes,
or
sir.
shall I
Yes,
stay
sir.
back?
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.